Alright. Yo, what up, everyone? Welcome back to my Twitch, Kick, Rumble, and YouTube channels. Make sure you guys subscribe, follow. All the channel links are in the description below or in the about section on the respective channel you guys are on. Alright, let's get on with this gameplay. We're gonna continue learning Python on Boot.Dev. Alright, so let's see. I'm on my dashboard right now. We're on, let's see, course number 1, learn to code in Python. I'm on 50 out of 179. All right, for course 1, and there are a crap ton of courses. 23 courses up here, backend developer path courses, and deeper learning courses. It's not numbered, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is 7 plus 20, 23, right? That's 30. 30 classes. 30 courses, I mean. Alright. Before we get on with this, let's see. Hopefully you guys had a good Thanksgiving. Let's see. Achievement earned, Showdown Bronze. Achievement unlocked, Showdown Bronze. Defeat one boss. 7.88% of students have earned this achievement. Sweet. Complete a lesson to start a new streak. Streak lost. So I lost my streak because I did not stream or I did not get back on this thing. It was Thanksgiving. Whatever. Whatevers. Alright. What else should I let you guys know? I know what up, Bria? Hello again. Happy Friday. Um, let's see. Last stream or last episode, whatever, take your pick. I was talking about Godot because I want to dip my toes in the game dev game dev path, whatever. And Godot is one of those open source type of free ways that you can try to make your own video game or whatever, either 2D or 3D, and it's free. Now, I did mention, but I did not show that you are able to download it straight off of Steam. So you guys could either go to Godot's damn website to download it, and then you guys would have it basically on your PC. Like all the files and stuff will be native, not native, but like saved on your PC. Or you guys could get it on Steam. Let me change the scene real quick. Not new tab over here. Let me just switch this with where is it? Screen capture. Let's see. Steam. Right here. Right. And then we go on Steam. I'm not sure if you guys can see like the store or anything. Okay. Well, anyways, it's Black Friday, so if you guys want to buy video games on discount, I would get it. But you guys could go to the store and type in Godot here, and then it's the first one. So I have it downloaded via Steam, and then you guys can watch their little video right here. Actually, we'll watch it. Let's full screen it. The volume kind of low. Well, it's muted for you guys, but you guys can go on Steam yourself and watch it. I muted it because I tend to play Pandora, and I get copyrighted because I listen to whatever. Anyways, Godot Engine is a feature-packed cross-platform game engine to create 2D and 3D games from a unified interface. It provides a comprehensive set of common tools so that you can focus on making games without having to reinvent the wheel. So that's another way you guys could download it and look at the reviews and stuff. It's not a game; it's a game engine, and there's a bunch of other tools you could get straight off of Steam. Um, Basically, you go to their software and still, um, there's a bunch of stuff here. I just learned that there's more than that. Lossless scaling. There's a video on that, but anyways, let's not get too off topic. Let's exit that and get back to Boot.Dev. Where is it? Right here. All right. All right, Boot.Dev. Let's continue learning. We are on chapter 3 functions, lesson number 19, training grounds. So 3 more and then I'm done with this chapter. Training grounds. All right, read this shit again, or for the first time. The training grounds. This lesson has nothing to do with Python. I just want to show you the resource you have at your disposal for practicing your skills. Training grounds. In the top nav is where you can practice infinite coding challenges and interview questions. Our courses do not repeat themselves very often. Our expectation is that once you learn a concept and complete its lesson, you're ready to move to the next concept. If you find yourself wanting more practice before moving on, you can head to the training grounds at any time and grind some challenges. I'm guessing it's right here. Yep. You click on training. Alright, and then recent challenges, new for you, push and shove inventory, search for challenges. Okay, let's get back. Alright. I could have clicked there too. Anyways, challenges in, if you want to find yourself wanting more practice before moving on, you could head okay. Challenges in the training grounds are personalized to you and what you've been working on recently, but you can also search the existing database of challenges to find specific topics. If you're not a paying member, you've been excuse me, awarded 25 free challenges. Once you upgrade to the paid membership, you'll have unlimited challenges. Alright, the training grounds are a place to practice this one. Alright. Enchant and attack. In a fantasy quest, a weapon can be enchanted to bonus damage. The assignment: complete the enchant and attack. This function, it creates a new enchanted item or name for a weapon and calculates how much damage the enchanted weapon. What is this? New challenge available? Okay. Exit. Name for a weapon and calculates how much damage the enchanted weapon will deal to a targeted enemy. It accepts 3 parameters: target health, right here, damage, and weapon. Alright, so the first one is an integer, second one is an integer, and then the third one is a string. Alright. It should do the following things in the function body. 1. Calculate the store and enchanted damage in a new variable. The enchanted damage should be input damage plus 10. Alright, so yeah. Alright, enchant and attack function is right here. So let's put enter right here. Alright, so do the following. Number 1, calculate and store enchanted damage in a new variable. The enchanted damage should be input damage plus 10. Alright. Have I forgotten the lessons already? Probably. Ooh, Bria, if you are, you don't have to, one, like, save your money, and 2, save some time. If you already have a crap ton of stuff on your plate, on your plate. then you don't have to do this. You can just watch it. Like you don't even need to be watching my stuff. You could go to their YouTube. They have basically all the lessons already completed, and you could just like watch it on their YouTube channel right here. Boot.Dev, and then go to their playlist, go to full courses, and right there, watch them all. So you guys don't even have to watch me live. I'm doing it live just so that you guys can see it, because I've never done Boot.Dev and I'm not the creators of Boot.Dev, so it's like a different reaction to it, I guess. Anyways, I'm keep doing it because I already paid for that annual fucking subscription. It was like $350, 350. So I'm basically forcing myself to do it, especially since I already spent the money, right? Uh, oh, you mean Godot? You're already doing this? Tree Fitty, yeah. So Godot, I'm not even gonna like. I just have it downloaded for like when I have time. So for the first thing I'm gonna do is try to finish Boot Dev before my subscription is done with. I'm still going to college, well whatever. I'm going to Sac State, and I got a crap ton of classes that I have to do. So I'm gonna have to focus on that. There's other side projects that I want to do. For example, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna mention because I am in computer engineering as a major, and there's certain classes that I have to do that have to do with electric engineering, electronics, whatever. So I've purchased some robots and stuff. Yeah, they're like aimed at 18 plus. Well, it says ages 18, 8 and plus. So yeah, it's for me too, I guess. Anyways, whatever. To learn electronics using these robots right here. These are like the Elugu robots. I got them off of Amazon. One is a tank. The other one is a smart robot car. They both have like cameras on it and motion detectors and stuff like that. So that'll be a neat thing that I'm gonna be adding onto my YouTube channel as well when I have the time to actually do it and post it. I have a 3D printer as well, and I've been dipping my toes in that. Maybe I'll show you guys. Anyways, yeah, I'll show you guys real quick. I'm getting off track here, but it's gonna help someone out. So Elegoo. All right. So this is the 3D printer that I bought, right? So out of all the 3D printers, I aim for one that's enclosed. This is the one that I have. Let's see. No. Exit that. 3D printer. Centauri Carbon is the one I got. Holy crap, I could have saved money if I would have waited. Oh, see that? Black Friday discounts. So I paid like, actually, this is the one I got. Centauri Carbon, all in one bundle. Yeah, I could have saved money. So it was not 514. So this is like a marketing tactic. Raise the price and then cross it out and then lower the price. So I purchased it for about like 450. Was it 450? One moment. I just want to be accurate. So I'm going to go to my purchases and stuff. Type in Elegoo. Let's see if I can find the 3D printer purchase receipt. Filament. One moment, you got shipment order. This is not it. Where is the actual Centauri Carbon? View the order. Jesus, I gotta go onto the internet to view my receipt. $433.96 is how much it was for the Centauri Carbon all-in-one family combo. All right, so 433. Let's see. I could have saved. Just subtract like 434 from 364. Hmm. That would have been. Let's do some math. I'm having a brain fart. All right, so $40 plus 30. That's $70 that I could have saved. Anyways, this is the 3D printer that I got, and I'm dabbling into learning how to. Well, I kind of already know how to 3D print, but I 3D printed some useful stuff for my apartment, and I think the last stream I showed that I've actually printed my own what's it called, phone case for my iPhone. I printed one for my brother's Samsung Galaxy, and two copies of it's a different one. I didn't design it. I just printed it out, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly where. If you guys get a 3D printer, um, what kind of software to use. All right, and then so Elegoo, you can also get like their electronic kits. But for those, I just get them off of Amazon. They get here quickly, and I don't know, they're priced. Nah, I wouldn't say perfectly, but it's not that expensive. Um, to some, just save your money. You don't have to do any of these projects. Don't add any more stuff to your plate, you guys. If you guys are already busy, do things progressively. Like knock out baby steps. All right, knock it off. You complete your goals. Make a new goal that's attainable, and just keep going. And then you'll collect a library of knowledge from doing stuff. I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to that, because I'm just looking around at my little workspace over here. I got a crap ton of stuff that has to do with like prepper, survival type stuff, technology, electronics, video games, VR gaming. Uh, I got my library of books at the top over here on my rack. Anyways, I'll show you guys real quick what I use right here. So printables is one of all you really have to do is either Google like 3D print, uh, whatever, 3D printing. I found printables here, and then you go to 3D models, and then there's a bunch of like trending stuff right here. Check it out. If you guys know exactly like what you want, you could type in let's see, iPhone case. Put your specific iPhone. Let's see, case. And then you can find a bunch of designs that people have already created. And you can see that. And then what you do is, let me change the view for you guys, because if I click something that's not on the website, you guys won't be able to see it. So let me show you guys my whole desktop. All right, minimize that. So essentially, look for the most popular. I think this is iPhone 14 Pro Max. Yeah, this is the exact case that I have for my phone right here. You read these descriptions. If you don't understand any of this, I don't know, like screenshot it or copy everything. Ask ChatGPT or Gemini for Intel and stuff. Anyways, you click download, you get the STL file. Now this one, I should actually print this one next, because I got the honeycomb one. You click on this right here, and it opens Prusa Slicer. If you don't have Prusa Slicer, then make sure you. I have a Linux. I'm on Arch Linux, by the way. But you guys could also do it on Windows and Mac OS. Just make sure you guys have a USB dongle, and the Centauri Carbon actually came with one, so whatever. It's a Type A connect it to your PC, slice it, opens Prusa Slicer. Let me open the link. So it opens it up. Wait one moment, and it puts it inside. Here's the 3D print design. This is the not the honeycomb one, but the flat one. And then you basically fix the print settings, infill, all this stuff. If you don't understand any of this, again, I have ChatGPT and I take photos of it and then I plug it in, enter, and then it tells me what to do, how to set it up. So I have it already set up for like TPU, which is like this rubbery thing, um, flexible type of filament material that basically gets printed. All right. There's other ones that are more hard, plasticky, which are better for like I don't know, like think of something. Anything that's hard plastic that you could think of, that's what it's for. Uh, Again, you could ask Gemini or ChatGPT like what kind of stuff this filament is used for. I have TPU and PLA. PLA is like the plasticky. So I have two generic PLA templates and well these two. The TPU one I know is for like flexible rubbery or yeah, rubbery type stuff. So like a phone case. And PLA, when I switch the filament, all right, that I have here, this one is carbon fiber reinforced PLA. You could print models for it. Anyways, that's how you do it, and then you basically click on Slice Now. This should have been a different live stream or video, but whatever. Anyways, if there's any errors and stuff, you ask AI everything. If you come into errors, it looks like there's no errors. It usually pops up right here. You guys can see how it's gonna print out using this little scrolling thing. See how it's gonna print out. So it starts off like this, and then it completes that way inside the printer. And yeah, all these settings and stuff, just ask AI for all that. I'll probably make a in-depth video somewhere later on in the future, but I doubt that I'll find the time. So you can see here how long each like layer and stuff takes to print out. First layer and then total is gonna take 3 hours 50 minutes. Yes, it takes hella long. Um, this is not a commercial type of 3D printer. It's whatever. Uh, you export the G code. All right. So after you slice it, you click on the export G code and you put it into whichever flash drive file that you have, and you click save. And then you take the USB or the flash drive, you put it into your printer, and then you print it out. Now, there's a variety of different printers and stuff, so you're gonna have to like figure out what specifically for your 3D printer and how it's gonna work and yada yada. When in doubt, ask AI if you don't have anyone else to ask online. Anyways, that is it for the 3D printing type stuff. Alright. I think next I'm gonna I'm a nerd out and print out a Godzilla. And I'm gonna use like PLA. And there's this one. That one looks pretty cool. Let me go to most popular. Print out my own action figures. Here's the Godzilla -1, and here's the 2014 Godzilla that you could print out. Look, that's how it's gonna look like. Open. Oh yeah. Isn't that cool? You could print out your own stuff. And yeah, even though it takes super long to actually print out, the amount of time that you're gonna wait for your Amazon package to get there is pretty much the same. It's the PLA or the filament, the material. It's 25, around 25 bucks. Like you could find like cheaper ones, more expensive ones. different colors, variety, translucent ones, whatever. Uh, Basically print it out, and then yeah, it uses up some electricity, but not as much as pretty much as a microwave. Um, who cares? Whatever. A little bit of electricity, a little bit of plastic rolls, but it's cheaper overall than buying something and waiting for it to get there, and then taxes, and then delivery fees, yada yada. The only problem is finding a 3D model, and if it doesn't exist, someone didn't create it, then you have to create it, and then you have to dabble into that. But then you'll get into the engineering category, and you're trying to learn shit in the first place, anyways, right? Anyways, that's enough of that. 20 minutes of not even what the video is about, right? Alright, complete enchant and attack. I have to calculate and store the enchanted damage in a new variable. The enchanted damage should be the input damage plus 10. So what are we gonna name the variable? Um, Enchanted damage. Yeah, enchanted. Uh, // damage equals uh, equals damage plus uh, plus 10. Okay. I'm guessing that's how you do it. We'll find out. See if I messed up. Alright, 2. Calculate and store new health. Come on. Come on, where's the ball? Okay. And there we go. Calculate and store the new health in a variable. Okay, so new health. New one / health equals the new health should be the input target health plus or minus minus the enchanted damage minus enchanted damage. So there we go. Yeah. All right. 3. Create a new variable called enchanted weapon. Okay. Enchanted weapon doesn't exist yet, so it's not popping out. Okay. Enchanted. CHA. Well, actually, let's do this and then delete weapon. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, and this is gonna equal create a new variable called enchanted weapon. It should be the input of weapon with a string enchanted. Okay, weapon equals string enchanted. So weapon is right here. Let's see where else it pops up. Alright. Weapon. String weapon. Okay. Base damage, enchanted attacking. So it doesn't exist yet? Alright. Create a new variable called enchanted weapon. It should be the input of weapon with a string enchanted. So it already exists, and this is a string for a weapon added to the beginning of it. Oh shit, no. Don't cross it out. For example, sword, enchanted sword. Axe, enchanted axe. Alright. A new variable called enchanted weapon. It should be the weapon. Okay, it's gonna be weapon plus. because I'm gonna concatenate it, so I'll use a plus, right? Add it to the beginning of it, for example. No, I don't think enchanted. Okay, so the weapon is it gets defined down here, I think, as either sword or axe. Enchanted weapon is just gonna add, okay, the f string of let's see, enchanted. Uh, Enchanted, and then enchanted, and okay, that's the string. Yeah, let's do this plus the weapon. Ugh, is it? Is it? And then I'm thinking that's and then return the enchanted weapon and the new health in that order. All right, so right here we're gonna put return enchanted weapon. All right, enchanted weapon, comma. Let's see, new health. I'm guessing that's how to do it. Let's run and see if it works. All right. The target has 1,000 health. Bow base is 250 enchanting and attacking. The target has been attacked with the enchanted bow. Now, I think I should add a space right there. And let's see. There we go. The target has been attacked with the enchanted bow. The target has 740. Okay. Yay! It worked. Okay. It's starting to come together, you guys. I feel like I'm learning. I feel like I'm remembering shit. This is better than going to college and a lot funner. This is, look, someone's gonna steal my idea, but anything that helps the not the universe, anything that helps society, right? My idea is to create a video game that's like this, but more of a game than coding. Like this is a gamified uh I don't know what you call it, gamified learning program, I guess, via text. So it's like a text video game, kind of like the old Mafia Wars or like text-based games from like MySpace back in the day. That's kind of the way that they went with it. But I want to create like a fantasy video game that teaches programming languages or teaches you computer engineering type stuff from like basic uh, fundamentals that kids can learn and then above. All right, so teenage, then mature ones, then I don't know. Mainly make it a video game, but like kind of what's it called? It's kind of disguised as a like it's a computer engineering academia disguised as a game, not the other way around. Anyways, so we need more. We need more STEM people. We need more nerds. We need better games and yada yada. Anyways, let's click on the next one. I'm pretty sure it's kind of like I don't want it to be like a simulator type of game. Like there's already like that would be cool to make like a simulator type game. Like there's car mechanic simulator, which I have. It's pretty fun playing. There's like a PC builder simulator, and there's like a new IT simulator type game out that came out like this week. So, hey, there's people making it, but I don't want it to be. I want it to be fun, so less simulator like, more RPG. I don't know, RPG fantasy game. Anyways, like kind of like Lord of the Rings, but like yeah, teaches you shit. Anyways, Archmage, congratulations on making it to the end of the functions chapter. This is one of the hardest chapters in Python course, although dictionaries are no walk in the park either. You've probably already figured out that chests contain gems and items. Gems can buy items in the shop. Items help you earn achievements and XP. XP levels you up, and higher levels unlock new roles. So why should you care about your role? You're probably almost earned, or maybe you have the apprentice role. Okay, yep, I'm an apprentice level 10. Oh, excuse me. You can see your role at the top right of your screen. If you don't have a role yet, don't worry. You'll get apprentice at level 10. I'm halfway done. Okay, with the level. When you hit level 100, you unlock the final role, Archmage. It's kind of a big deal. When you hit Archmage, you'll have learned a ton, built many real-world projects, and should be starting your job search. Alright. You'll have unlocked all the private role-based chat channels in our Discord. Okay, this I'm not really paying attention to their Discord. I'm just doing this. You'll get a physical Archmage coin in the mail as a token of your hard work. So it's not physical; it's digital. It would be cool to get an actual coin. But whatever. Which role is the highest in Boot.Dev? Archmage. All right. Chapter 4. We're done with chapter 3, you guys. All right. Sweet. All right. Scope, global scope, and then scope quiz, Okay. 2 quizzes. All right. Let's see. Chapter 5 is testing and bugging. Computing is chapter 6. Comparisons, loops, lists, dictionary sets, errors, practice, and quiz for the whole Python. Right? Okay. All right. Let's go to dashboard. Let's see. 19, 21. So there's 21 lessons in functions. There's only 4 in scope, 8 in testing. Let's see. Which chapter? This one has the most. So I just completed chapter 3, which had the most. No, no, no. The most is on lists. All right, lists. All right, it's doable. It's doable. And then I am on 53 out of 179. All right, cool. Continue learning. All right, let's see how much time I got. I spent like half 30 minutes on bullshit. I'm 40 minutes in. I got 20 minutes. All right, 20 minutes. And then I want to stream a video another video game. Like I'm either gonna start over on Elden Ring or play Lord of the Rings. Uh, I don't know which one I should do. I'm going on another tangent. Just heads up. Skip ahead if you guys are not viewing this live. Let me go to my library real quick and see what I have locally installed. And I don't think you guys can see this, can you? Yeah, you can. Alright, Godot engine. No. No, this is not what I'm looking for right here. I'm looking for video games. Locally installed. Oh, shit. I forgot. I just booted up my PC. I keep on forgetting that I have encryption. Lux encryption. That I learned how to do thanks to AI. And then I gotta open it. Unlock it every time. Alright. Unlocked it. And then I gotta attach it, add the drive. And then there we go. Add it. Let's see. Local drive. Let's see, I got Helldivers. Oh, Where Winds Meet. It's a relatively new game. I need to finish a bunch of games off that I didn't finish. Marvel Spider-Man, The Witcher 3. I'm playing that on my Steam Deck, and I'm just uploading the gameplay, not actually streaming it. Monster Hunter World. I need to go back to streaming and finish that. Elden Ring. Darksiders. I need to finish that one too. Lord of the Rings Online. Now online games are gonna, like, I'm never gonna finish them. So like I gotta focus on like the ones you could actually finish. No Man's Sky is another never-ending type of thing. Resident Evil, that would be fun. Jurassic World Evolution, I think I'm almost done with that too. Digimon Cyber Sleuth, like these are the ones that I'm thinking of streaming. Helldivers is continuous, never-ending. One of these. Alright, let me exit. Get back to this again. Oh, let me do this again. Alright, Windows. Alright, there we go. Alright, until the next tangent. Alright, scope refers to where a variable or function name is available to be used. For example, when we create variables in a function, such as by giving names to our parameters, the data is not available outside of the function. Example, define subtract x, y, return x minus 1, result subtract 5 and 3, print x, error, name x is not defined. When the subtract function is called, we assign 5 to the variable x, but x only exists in the code within the subtract function. If we try to print x outside of that function, then we won't get a result. In fact, we'll get a big fat error. Alright, let's... Oh wait, I have to unmute the desktop audio so you guys could hear. Alright, it is on. Let's watch this video.
Once you understand that a function is basically just an easily reused block of code, the next most important thing is to understand function scope, or more generally, just how scope works in Python. See, variables can't always be used anywhere within the context of a large program. They're only available within their scope. And when a code base gets to be millions and millions of lines long, you're really thankful for scope, because you don't want to accidentally be reusing the same variable names all over the place. So let's start with what you probably already know, the global scope. Take a look at this code, x equals 5. This code is fully dedented to the left. It's not within the context of a function, so it exists in the global scope. And that means it's going to be available anywhere within this file. Now, it gets trickier because every time you define a new function, take a look at this one, do some math, that function gets its own little scope. In the variables a and b, the parameters, they'll only be available within the context of that function, right? The indented block. Same with the value c. Because we declared it within the scope of that function, it's only available within that function. Now, we can call do some math, pass in 1 and 2, and we'd expect to get the result of 6, and that does work. What we can't do is try to access the variable c outside of the function definition. We'll get this nasty error. We also cannot access the arguments of the function, a and b, again, outside of the function declaration. They're only available within the body of the function. So we can't access variables that are within a function scope outside of the function, but can it go the other way around? And it turns out it can, because the global scope is a parent scope of any functions declared within it. So if we move c outside of the function, set it equal to 3 right before the function's defined, we actually can still use C within the function. And then again, we can call do some math with 1 and 2, and we'll get back 6. So remember, scope works down, but not up. Child scopes inherit values or access to values from their parent scopes, but not the other way around.
All right. Now I know why they call it scopes. All right. All right. Assignment. Find the bug in the code on line 10. Right here. We're using variable names from the wrong scope. Fix it. All right. All right. So let's see. Get max health. Modifier level. Max health. All right. My modifier. And my level. See, I'm thinking I have to use these two, this one and this one. So I'm just gonna add my and then underslash in front of both of these. Oh shit, wrong one. And then my underslash level. Run it. Submit. It worked. Alright. Alright, global scope. So far we've been working in the global scope. That means that when we define a variable for a function, that name is accessible in every other place in our program, even within our functions. For example, pi equals 3.14. Define get area of a circle, radius, return pi, times radius times radius. Oh, that was a good one. You're gonna hear a lot of belching, especially if you see me drinking soda. I apologize, but I don't apologize. ASMR. Because pi was declared in the parent's global scope, it is usable within the get area of circle function. Alright. Assignment. Let's change how we are calculating our player stats. The only thing we should need to define globally is the character level. Alright, character level. And then let our functions do the rest. So, declare the variable player level. Okay, it says don't touch below this line, so we have to do it here. Let's delete that. So player underslash level. As you can see, I am not looking at my keyboard, so my skills are improving. Alright, player level equals at the top of the global scope and set it to 4. Done. Yeah. Alright, scope quiz. 3.14 definition get. Okay, let's just read. Does the get area of circle function have access to the pi variable? Yes, because it's outside or on top. Yes, because the pi variable is in the global scope. Alright. Alright, same shit. Without returning it, can the area variable inside the get area circle function be accessed outside of the function? So we're looking for area. Area is down here, not outside, so no. Variables defined inside the function are not accessible outside of it. Alright. Chapter 4 completed. That was the quickest chapter ever. Scope. Now, Bree, you're still there, right? You're taking computer science classes, right? Or are you still doing general ed? Either way, once you take a semester of class, I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree. Like this kind of stuff, like teaches you this like a crap ton. Like basically, you like I'm just gonna say my experience. My first semester class with a certain professor who sucks. Spent pretty much the whole semester just on pseudocode, and it was not pseudocode via a textbook. It was not pseudocode via a program like this, where it makes it like simplifies it. This dude made us do everything by hand, and we had to draw the pseudocode. And when we actually had to like program, or we had to do it by hand. So imagine we had to like I literally had to draw this window of a browser or whatever, and I drew like the little X on the top just to be a smartass and stuff. So I put the X in the not Firefox. So I basically used like Google Chrome or Windows, whatever. I drew it on paper, and you had to like write all this shit out right here. So let me get a better thing. So imagine you having to write all of this shit by hand, all right, and the pseudocode. Like one page that we had to turn in for an assignment was pseudocode, and then another one was like your programming type stuff, and it's just like super time consuming for one little thing. And then this like if you just read the textbook, it brushes over it because it is super simple. Pseudocode is super simple to explain. Oh my god. And then he's one of those teachers that prides himself for failing or being able to fail a bunch of students every semester, which is it's stupid, isn't it? Like you're a professor, you're a teacher. Your job is to not pass, like they have to earn the grade. They have to pass the class, right? But you're not. Oh my god! Like I know what you guys. Like, I'm going on now. I'm venting over here, but he is like PTSD for that class. Like oh my god, do not like. There's so many students that have taken his class and then warn all the other students, or as many as they can, but people still become victims of his class, and then we just warn as many people as possible. Like if students are warning you about a professor, there's usually for a reason. There's Rate My Professor online. I should show you guys Rate My Professor. If you guys do not know what Rate My Professor is, search it up. I'm misspelling it. But Rate My Professor, and then search up your college or your university, whatever. And I'm actually gonna blow. Fuck it, I don't like the dude. Let's see. I'm currently still at take. Okay, I'm done with Consumers River College, but his name is. Yep, Gregory. Uh, it's not popping up. Greg. It's not popping up. Whatever. Gregory Chapman. Gregory Chapman. Oh my god. Did he finally get fired? What the hell? G Chapman. Did he finally get fired? What the fuck? His shit got deleted? Uh, what the fudge? Let's type in computer science. Oh my god. Nothing's showing up. Cause, wait. Maybe it's not the right college. Let's change this. Alright, consumers. Now let's go back to the beginning. I'm fucking up here, you guys. Consumers College. Let's change that to Consumnes River College. And then type in. There we go. Computer science. Oh my god, I think he got lower. Let's see, out of 154 ratings, he got a 1.8 out of 5. And these positive fucking ratings, I swear to god, are these ass-kissing students who oh yeah, he prepared me for the future and yada yada. I'm currently a sex thing. Bullshit. They're just people that are trying to help him out with the ratings and stuff. Whatever. That's bullshit. A tough grader, test heavy, lots of homework. Skip class, you won't pass. Get ready to read. And then let's see, CISP 300 is the very first class usually for this community college. Anyways, read all these comments and stuff. There's some of them that are just like gonna not really gonna talk about the class itself or explain anything. They just say, "Look, can anyone sue this? Can anyone sue this professor? That dude has tenure, so fucking yeah." So don't know why he is a teacher. He's very abusive towards his students, and it can make your class experience a nightmare. He should be fired, get his teaching license taken away, and better have a job doing something else instead of teaching. Yeah, that motherfucker sucks at teaching. I don't even know if he knows his shit. He probably does, but he sucks at teaching. Like, sucks. And then he, again, prides himself for failing students. And he says, I've made an app before. What's the app? And two, is it successful? And three, why are you a teacher if you're so good in computer science? You go out in the career and you become a professional and successful. Why are you teaching at a community college? There's usually people in college or universities are people that are retired or retire early, or it should be actually, but whatever. These people can't get a job or they get fired, so they have to work at a community college. And there's those that get tenure and stuff, and then they can't get fired no matter how badly they suck. But Jesus, look, out of all the courses, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm right about him. I'm not even wrong for for blowing him up on my stream. Anyways, that's enough of that. Oh my god. College is a scam. If you go for the wrong reasons, make sure you pick a degree that's gonna be useful out in the real world, okay? Not these unless like general education, history, like if you pick an art degree and stuff, like you're in a world of hurt. You're like find stuff where you could Jesus Christ. People don't do the research before they go to school. Oh my god. Sometimes like you feel bad for them, but then you don't cuz you're competing against them, but then it's their own fault. So it's like you get what you deserve, but it's fucked up. Seeing these kids right out of high school just like, "Oh my god, they have no direction, they have no help. They even the help like misguides them." I hate anyways, that's enough venting and stuff. God, PTSD just on that alone. I I hate I I hate it. Let's see. Chapter 5. Chapter 5 testing and debugging. All right. Unit tests. Up until this point, all the coding lessons you've completed have been testing you based on your code's console output. What's printed? For example, a lesson might expect your code, in conjunction with the code we provide, to print something like Armor 2, Health 18. If your code prints that exact output, you pass. If it doesn't, you fail. A new type of lesson. Going forward, you'll encounter new type of lesson, unit test. A unit test is just for an automated program that tests a small unit of code, usually just a function or two. The editor will have tabs, the main.py file containing your code, and the main_test.py file containing the unit tests. These new unit test style lessons will test your code's functionality rather than its output. Our tests will call functions in your code with different arguments and expect certain return values if your code returns the correct values you pass. If it doesn't, you fail. There are two reasons for this change. It is more realistic. In the real world, you'll be writing unit tests and running them against your code to make sure it works as expected. Uh, you can run and debug your code with print statements and leave those print statements in when you submit. Unlike the output-based lessons, you won't have to remove your print statements to pass. Also, run and submit work a little differently than before. When you run your code, it only runs some of the tests, but when you submit your code, it runs all the tests. This is to simulate a production environment with unexpected edge cases and to teach you to think them through. Luckily for you, all of the tests are visible in the main /test.py file tab, so be sure to always check them before submitting. Alright. I read a lot of that stuff, but it just went through. I'm still I'm still thinking about that mother. Anyways, assignment complete, total XP, because people are paying for the class, so you're paying, and the money is going towards the dude's paycheck, so you're paying for it. You're paying for your education. You deserve to get some good education. Where, like, oh my god, like if I did not have my GI Bill from being in the Marine Corps, I would not have gone to college. I was already planning to do this kind of stuff by myself on my own while working a full-time job and just do this on my own and learning on my own. I would have probably like learned a lot quicker and then purchased books on programming, ebooks if you want, but the books you could keep forever, and then just in case that EMP goes off, you can still fucking learn and shit or whatever. And you get to keep it and resell those textbooks or books or hand it off. Anyways, assignment: complete the total XP function. It accepts two integers as input. Level XP to add. There are 100 XP per level. Total XP should convert the current level to XP. Then add this current XP to XP to add argument and return the player's total XP. How many times can I say XP? If a player is level 1 and gains 100 XP, they have 200 total XP. If a player is level 2, they gains 250 XP, they have 450 XP total. So it's adding it, right? Alright. Level 1 gets 100. They have a total of 200 total XP. 2, they gain 250. They have a total of 450. So 200 plus the 250, now 450. If player is level 170 and gains 590 XP, they have a total of 17,590 total XP. Alright, so it's like compounding. The pass keyword is a way to tell Python to do nothing. You'll need to replace it with your own code. Tips. Take a look at the main /test. Alright, py right here. Okay. This file at the top of your editor, you can read the tests, but you can't edit them. Alright. If a lesson expects a returned value, make sure to always return a value, or else you may encounter some cryptic non-type errors. Alright. Alright, so there are 100 XP per level. I think I should take a break. I'm kind of falling asleep. Plus, I need to chill out. I need to play some video games right now. I'll probably continue this on another stream. Probably the same one. I need a break. Anyways, let's read some of your comments. I haven't read you guys' comments. So let's see. Yeah, you've been seeing me go on rate my professor. Oh, what? Let me. You. Yeah, wow. Okay. Let me go to the top. Actually, might as well show you guys the messages too. All right. So, all right. We're gonna end the stream after this. So if you guys are watching this not live, you guys can skip to the next episode. Anyways, screen capture pro. Okay, and there we go. Show you guys everything. Close down OBS and I don't even have it open. Okay, restream. This is what I used to stream to multiple channels, you guys. If you guys are trying to get into streaming and crap, restream. Yes, there's a subscription for it, um, but it's not that expensive if you get the annual one. Anyways, chats. Oh no, I can't see the chats. Had to have it open on here, so I'll just read it off of my tablet. Whatever. My bad, you guys. All right. Rear subtext OGFZW. Where do you guys come up with these names? Would you like many viewers? No, no, thank you. No soliciting. Let's see. You said that's so cool. Dare I try it? Feel like I'm already doubling so much. You meant Godot. I'm already doing. Yeah, you're doing a lot. Trifity. You're also in school, computer science, specializing in cybersecurity. Now, uh, what should I say about college? Like, when it has to do with the computer science field, um, depending on what your goal is, if you're trying to aim for the bachelor's degree and stuff, for cybersecurity, um, make sure when you're going to the university that they have a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity. Like for example, Sac State University here in Sacramento, California, they don't have a cybersecurity engineering degree or anything like that. Um, the only two things that they do have is computer science engineering and computer engineering. Computer science engineering is obviously more on theory slash the programming side. Computer engineering is both that and the hardware side and electronics and stuff like that. Uh, anyways, when you're in the community college level, if you guys are trying to get like it's better to get the certificates because you could get that super quick. The associate's degree obviously supersedes a certificate, but time wise and money wise, if you're trying to save money, it would be better to get the certificate. It just depends on what job you're gonna apply for. You gotta make sure, like, if anything, call and actually try to apply and then ask them questions before you even go to school, um, and see what they want, like at that company and stuff. Like what the fuck they would want for you to get a certificate or the associate's degree or bachelor's degree and stuff. Like not on Indeed, like not applying online. Like call them up, see what kind of stuff they look for, talk to a human, and then see what they would prefer. Let them know that you're planning to go to college and stuff. What would you like to see? And then that way I could go for it. And then just ask a bunch of companies and stuff like that. Um, and then apply. Like with that high school degree, you might be able to get an entry level type job right away. Uh, and then get more education and then ask for a pay raise and stuff like that. Do it that way. That way you guys don't waste your time and money going to college or the university. I see a lot of college students and university level students, uh, even in the same damn fields, computer science, engineering, and they have no plan. They have no job lined up. I asked them like, what are you trying to do? They have no clue. They're trying to figure out something. They're gonna end up not using that degree because of it. So I don't know. Figure it out. If you guys don't want to work for someone, then start your own business. Use your skills. I'm getting a phone call from my mom. Mother's calling, and I hung up on her. I apologize. I'll call her later after the stream. Um, let's see. Bria, you said that's so cool. Thanks for showing us. Oh, the 3D printing type stuff. Ooh, Godzilla. Yep. There's a new Godzilla movie coming out. The Godzilla minus one or minus zero or so. I don't know why they're naming it that way, but whatever. Hey yo, I agreed. I want the coin so bad. uh, that was a good one. Uh, taking computer science classes and you graduate next year. Nice. Ooh, you said ill. What the fuck? It was that for the That was the rate my professor stuff, or me explaining what he made us do. On paper is wild. Yep. I never went through that, luckily, because hell no. And then you said the rating, yeah, 1.8. He's teaching because you need soft skills as well, and he may not have that. I don't think he has any of that. Sup, Miguel? Yo, do you take game requests? You should read chat more, mate. Hey, I'm doing it right now. Jesus. Make sure you follow, subscribe, whatever. Look at my other channels too. LOL, this is your space. Vent all you want. Yeah, I started programming in 2020 and then decided to get your degree in 2024. I'm glad I did it that way. School isn't teaching me a whole lot. Yeah, they're not. I'm doing it again. I'm going to college because I don't have to pay for it. Well, I'm paying for it, but I'm using my earned GI Bill from joining the military and stuff, and I have the benefit, so might as well use it to get an education. Education. I was already like learning general education type stuff even on my own. Uh, Khan Academy, like I'd go to Khan Academy and watch a bunch of videos on history from the very beginning and so on. Uh, Also math and practice doing that and looking for like, hey, what kind of programs could help me learn math and stuff. Alex, oh, I should actually tell you guys, share some knowledge. I love doing this. Like whatever I learn, I share. I don't gatekeep, or I try not to gatekeep. Even though I'm competing against you people, okay? You people in the same exact uh major or same exact career field or future career field. Um, we're competing against each other, whether we like it or not. Not everyone's gonna get a job, but whatever. All right, Alex. Let's just go for independent use. Purchase Alex. All right, you could do it monthly for $20, for 3 months, $50. You guys could do the. You could do this while you're at school. Um, some of the math teachers actually have Alex incorporated into their class, which they should because it makes it a lot easier. It aligns all the assignments and the teaching and stuff so that you could understand both the assignments when you're not in class and the professor's not explaining it and stuff. It all aligns, and then it makes it easier for the professor too, because the grading and the time, and then the lesson plans and stuff that they have to do. I notice a lot of these uh, professors in colleges that do not suck. They are limited by rules and regulations of what they're allowed to teach and the schedule. So if they're good at their job, but they're rushed, and they have to forcibly move on to the next subject because there's so much that you have to compact into one semester and stuff like that, right? I've taken a summer class for math. It was college algebra. Uh, took it with my brother. We both took it over the summer. I passed it. Um, it was like every day we had 20 assignments to do, but it was on Alex. Um, we managed to pass, and it was a crap ton of assignments. He also, I think, gave us paper assignments, but those paper assignments were basically like quizzes, and then like the quizzes actually aligned with the tests and stuff that he gave us, in person, in class, and on paper. Anyways, Alex right here isn't just for math course products. Like I am not sponsored by these guys, but if you guys want to sponsor me early before I even get monetized, DM me. Anyways, they do it by K through 12. All right, high school stuff, specialized stuff, higher education, math. All right, and they have business. I haven't seen any like, I haven't tested any of this stuff out. So like on the business side, but the they do good. The way they program the product really helps you out to subsidize your education while even if you guys don't go to college and stuff, it helps you while you're taking a certain class and stuff. It helps. It like gives you a different view of the subject. And science stuff. Biology. I love biology. Another thing I did on Khan Academy was go through all their lessons on sciences. So I love science, history, and I used to love math, but then you get to the advanced levels, and oh my god, it sucks to know that you don't know that much and you feeling stupid and stuff. But it once you get a subject, especially in math or something difficult, and then it doesn't become easy. It's still challenging, but it's nice. It's it feels good to learn something new. And yeah, you guys get what I'm trying to say. Um, let's see. LOL. This is your space vent. Yada yada. Okay, you got a scholarship. Sweet. Yeah. So if for high school students, I would say, cause I tell my nieces and nephew too, especially my nephew. Cause he's a dude, and once he's gonna have a hard ass fucking life. Okay, like the reality is, females have a little, well, a lot easier in life. Males, you, even if you have parents helping you out, your life is gonna be so fucking difficult. You're gonna live life fucking legendary mode. Anyways, if you don't have a plan, then you're screwed. You yeah, your life's gonna get fucked up. Life's gonna hit you pretty hard. Anyways, my nephew, I tell him he needs to figure out what the hell he's gonna do after high school. I keep telling them, all of them, even my nieces, you need to figure that shit out now and then work towards it. Um, if they have no clue what they're gonna do, then military or get a job after high school. Can never quit your day job, and if you are gonna go the education route, just um, like while they're in high school, if they don't get good grades, they won't get those scholarships. Hopefully, you get a free ride, or whatever. It pays for your whole education, and if not, you don't want to be stuck with any student loans because you're gonna fuck your life up financially. Never go for student loans unless you have them. I tell people stay away from them completely, but if you're responsible with your money, you can actually pay your debt while you're in school and stuff with your part-time job or part-time or full-time job, then okay. But if you know that you're not really good with money, you're not really disciplined, you got credit card debt or any type of debt right now, then stay away from it. Student loans, mm-mm, not, no, bad idea. Um, there's free money out there like scholarships. There's easy scholarships that you can apply for. If you get it, you get it. If not, whatever. You use the scholarship for your education, and hopefully it covers it. And if not, that's what your part-time, full-time job is for. And then if your scholarship, what's it called, uh, is not enough, the job, there's just so much, there's so much to explain. I don't have that much time to explain it in this live stream, but stay away from student loans. Try to figure out how to get money for free. Uh, there's a there's a way to do it. You just have to figure it out. If you join the military and then you don't get in trouble, you get out honorably, keep your benefits, use your benefits, then you'll be on the same page. I'm glad because I on purpose did not sign up for any college universities, even though I could have gone. Um, my grades and stuff could have been. Yeah, I fucked myself over my last year or year and a half in high school on purpose because got bored and whatever. Anyways, uh, wasn't gonna get any scholarships for sure, so I'm like, whatever, drop my pack, whatever. I'm gonna have a little bit more fun. Plus, I know I'm gonna join the either the Army, the Marine Corps. I just decided on the Marine Corps later on, and then I just focused on training for boot camp. Did boot camp. It was because I overtrained. Boot camp physically was super easy. It was just tiring and stuff. Anyways, got through with 4 years of the Marine Corps after I joined 3 days after I graduated. It was on a Wednesday that I graduated. I think May 28th or 27th of May 2013, and then finished my 4 years, got out. I didn't go to school until I got everything else settled and stuff. And then, yeah. But, anyways, be very careful with college and make sure you know what you're going to do and make sure you do your due diligence and search the job market like right meow before going and spending money and time. Now, it's not entirely accurate, but you guys could go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics for your guys' state or city, or search for that major and see how much average you're gonna get paid annually. Don't expect to get paid even the entry or the medium wage for it. Aim for the entry level. Let me just put computer engineering, BLS. See, because this is the stuff I did before I went to college, and I do it all the time because things change all the time. So, computer hardware engineer is basically what I'm trying to do, but whatever pays the bills, whatever job I could get. Now it says here 155,000 per year, $74 per hour. Typical entry level education, you need a bachelor's degree. I'm gonna aim for a master's degree, but whatever. Um, as much as I could get my out of my benefits, that's how long I'm gonna stay in school for and try to figure out how to become competitive and stuff. Anyways, job outlook 7%, much faster than average. AI is not gonna get rid of our career field, so don't let that fear mongering get to you. Let's see what computer hardware engineers do. Job outlook and pay. Now this is last modified Thursday, August 28th, 2025. The meeting stuff like that. And then look for information on the pay. Make sure it's worth it. Let's see. Total all occupants in the computer hardware engineering sector, whatever, is about 50,000 a year. Always don't trying not to like make you guys afraid of stuff, but also tell you the reality of life. Lower your expectations, and you'll never what's it called, lower your expectations, but always strive to improve. Is yeah, just keep it that like that. Lower your expectations on how much you're gonna earn right after you get the degree, and you won't be upset afterwards. Because there's a lot of people bitching because they think they got a master's degree that they're gonna get paid whatever the research tells them to. No, I already know after I get the degree, I'm probably gonna get paid the same as, I don't know, minimum wage. But work your way up, you'll get there a lot quicker. All right. Um. Yeah, that's all. That's all I got to say, you guys. I gotta call my mother back because I hung up on her. All right. Subscribe, follow. No more. No more comments, right? You said you transferred hella credits. Community college. Yeah, math is not my favorite at all. Yep. You don't even need to know that much math, just enough math to be able to program. And then if you do whatever, this stream is over. I'm gonna keep on going on tangents and stuff. I could we could talk about this for hours, days. Uh, yeah, I gotta split it off. Maybe next, maybe I'll do like a Q&A type of stream where you guys ask me questions, and then I just answer them if I can. If I don't know something, then I'll figure it out, try to figure it out, or at least teach you guys how to figure it out your guys' self, uh, or how to use ChatGPT or Gemini to teach you guys yourselves, or stuff like that. There's a bunch of ideas that I have on what to do for my channels and stuff, but yeah, only so much time, right? Anyways, yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for commenting or chatting live. Subscribe and follow. I'm on Kick, Twitch, Live. Those are my live channels, and YouTube and Rumble. And then I highly suggest you go either my YouTube or Rumble. That way, if you guys miss anything, you guys can view these live videos all the way through and use that speed modifier because I speak slowly. And then yeah, if you guys I use that function all the time. I'd be 2 times the modification for the speed, or 1.5 times. If you guys can comprehend what they're saying and stuff, then it'll save you guys a lot more time. Anyways, yep, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.